What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the NC State Wolfpack. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Fielded in the end zone, it's Proctor. So Wake Forest offense has the ball first today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Catch in the middle, it's back. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting... There he goes! Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. From the gun. This time he's got it. Turns it on in midfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. NC State on the move, set up with another first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Punch it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to do it on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Excellent job. First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unleashes one. Hauls it in. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. A 1st and 10 for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. They'll move the tight end. Try and play action. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score,
makes the catch down the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They got stuffed on second down, and still they need 1 yard here on third. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Big time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might... Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Takes the handoff. It's Segal. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Siegel. Touchdown, North Carolina State. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week, three-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there, but that's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him this time. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Snags it inside the 20. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
His defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Buying some time. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they...
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And how about That play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Inside the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Finds a crease at the 20. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Demon Deacons just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Walls. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Number 16 on the field goal.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And the Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick completion to the right. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quick.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Leaves it with the back. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, NC State! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Let's go to the studio now and check. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that certainly works.